Hello everybody, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
And now we have Battle Report 96.
096.
Look at that. You liked your liked your picture so big you're seeing double.
I'm seeing double.
It's Orcs and Goblins versus Orcs and Goblins.
Twice the poo.
This is Warhammer that I was playing tonight.
Okay.
So if he gets a report up, I'll link that, but I doubt he's going. I don't think he's recording. I'm not sure how many pictures he took in this one.
Okay.
We're at Battle Report 96.
96.
We're closing in on that big number.
This is Huzzah Hobbies.
Yep. All right. Huzzah Hobbies. Again, same list I've been using. Nothing's changed.
Yep. Pause if you want to read it.
Spells for this one, I've got
showing off your nice shiny color spells.
You complained so long about those black and white ones.
Just in time for version 2.
Yeah, to come and invalidate all this. Yeah. So I got the Fireball Ring with the Fireball attribute, Pyroclastic Flow, Cascading Fire, which I'm not a fan of, Immolation, which I'm not a real big fan of.
I'm not a fan of Pyroclastic Flow.
Why would you not be?
I used to get it when I travel to India all the time.
Yeah. and of course Flaming Swords. So I like 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 2 and 4 are the bad spells in the list.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So we were this was his second game of the evening. So we started deploying. We started dropping one model, and I just pushed my whole army down to get it moving.
Okay.
Again, you can see.
Hey, you got a tandem of spiders on the flank.
Look at and see together where they belong. The general's here with an 18 of both.
This is where you tell me your general's in the 4 unit.
No, yeah. I moved him over here
in the corner, next to the BSB. Yeah.
So anyway.
Before we get to that, we got a hill.
A hill back here in the top left. Mm-hmm. Over on the top right is a forest.
Okay.
With the wyvern in it.
Yes.
It's unfortunate that came equipped that way.
Yeah.
A little hedge here in the center.
A barn.
A building. A barn field. And a field. Another hill with the boar riders swarming it, and another forest down here in the bottom left. And you can see my army deployed out here. 2 characters here, and I've got a third here in the cave goblins.
Okay.
The raiders are here, and these guys are here. Just like I said, drop my whole army and get things.
I need to ask you, why did you switch to the wolf riders from the old spider guys, from the spider raiders?
I like the 18-inch move.
It's the movement. Okay.
It's all about the movement.
Okay.
And these guys have the 1 better armor.
Yeah. Okay.
You got to pay for it, but it's the 4-up gives you a little bit of survivability versus strength 3 bow fire. So that's the whole reason.
Okay.
I do like the spiders. I still like the spiders, but the scouting ability got kind of nerfed where you had to be further away now.
Right.
Just kind of messed that whole thing up.
Yeah.
Just kind of ruined it for me. Anyway, and this was a battle line, I believe, with secure target. So there's the 2 markers. One right here beside the barn, one out here in the middle of the field.
Okay.
So there we go. I
think he's moved already.
He's deploying.
There he is.
He hasn't deployed yet.
Okay.
So on the left, he's got the the Nasher wrecking team on the far left.
Okay.
Small unit of black orcs.
Sorry, what kind of orcs?
Iron orcs. Thank you. Goblin raiders. 30 cave goblins with bows and 2 fanatics, 2 mad gits.
Okay. I see all those Nashers. I thought, okay, they're actually goblins. Okay.
Using Nashers.
Yeah.
He's got a orc lord. This is his army general, the orc lord on a boar chariot.
Okay. Looks short.
There's a troll pulling a cart.
Oh, okay.
Is what it is. This is a troll pulling a cart.
I see. It's hidden by the tray.
It's hidden by the tray.
The very bright colored tray. Okay.
The bright white tray that's blinding you is covered.
Yes.
Great Green Idol here.
He has his own little Rocky.
Another unit of...
When you bringing my Rocky back, by the way?
What are you talking about? I have no idea.
You've locked him in your closet. I'm afraid he's withering away, being abused by you. Chained to the doorknob.
Have you seen the movie Split?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Another unit of cave goblins off to the right. I need to bring that back to you. Actually, I need to keep him for another month. He's going to be my rock for Grail Quest.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
If you don't mind. If you do, well, it's too bad. I've got him. Unit of feral orcs here, and another gargantula off.
I'm sorry, you said it was a wrecking team?
A wrecking team here.
Yeah, okay.
Feral orcs, another gargantula, and the orc lord on a wyvern with the axe of the orc-pocalypse.
I'm trying to identify those models.
Which ones?
The feral orcs.
They're the new ones.
Are they the new ones?
They're the new ones. They're hard to see. I mean, it's a pretty far away shot, but that guy's.
Yeah, okay.
And there's the.
They just look spindly compared to. I thought the new ones were really bulky.
Well, they're sitting here beside this thing.
Is that what it is? I mean, I'm
This
referring to the bases that they're mounted on. Of course, they're blending in with the background of matte, so it's not helping. So,
correct. And what he's done is, with a lot of his units, is he's taking this is one guy mounted on a 2 deep base.
Okay.
This is 3 guys mounted on a 4.
That's what it is. So it makes it look like they're spread out.
He's thinning them out a little bit more by doing that.
So he's the discount gamer.
Not only that, but they fit a lot better this way.
Well, that much. Any of the newer GW models making them fit in ranked up units is not impossible.
Anyone who's ever played Orcs and Goblins before knows that basing your models in clumps is much better because you're always putting your units back together at the end of a game.
That's true.
It's much easier.
And it saves you from having to number every single base so you can
that you know
put your jigsaw puzzle together when you put it back.
Especially with the Iron Orcs.
Yes, we've all suffered that. So I'm sorry, you said this already, but the wyvern has what on him?
The feral orc with the feral orc lord with the axe of the apocalypse and the plates of tough tech. The standard,
the usual thing. Okay.
Standard orc build for that guy.
All right.
He's scary as hell, but that's who he is. So there you go. That's what it looks like with the battle lines. And I get.
You know what magic? Did he have a magic user?
Sorry, I would. He went with witchcraft.
Okay, witchcraft.
He's a big fan of witchcraft.
Okay.
I went. This is my Vanguard.
Yep.
He elected not to Vanguard.
Okay.
I think he's trying to save that unit to. I don't know what he's doing. Why would you save a unit for redirectors when you can hurl it into the face of your enemy?
There is that.
I think he's saving it for redirectors later on in the game.
Okay.
Again, I Vanguarded up here, knowing I've got the first turn.
Right.
So that's where we're going to go. So turn 1, they move their 18 inches and just go step on the wrecking team.
Oh, you did step on it. Okay.
Yeah, I just walked up and clipped it. And
okay.
Surprisingly, with his 3d6 strength 6, he wiped me out.
Shocking.
The unit here, the unit of Cave Goblins here has I think the BSB in it with the immune to panic banner, so they're not going anywhere. That's that. Elsewhere, we just kind of came up a little bit. I'm going to wait for him. I've got rid of one of those. I'm hopefully going to get rid of another one.
You have a shooting advantage. Why not?
Exactly. So we go to Magic Dice. I get off a big fireball. That's a little fireball.
That's a little fireball.
But anyway, directed into this and kill 4 guys.
Okay.
Nothing major. Get flaming swords off. And immolation. It's a good magic phase. He didn't stop much. Immolation I just mainly did just for the D3. You can see there's 2 more dead guys over here.
Okay.
I'm just concentrating. This is out of my range right now.
Right.
So I'm just concentrating my damage on one unit, trying to hurt it so I can roll through it at some point. So we come to shooting phase. I've got my artillery. Fires away and drops the Nasha Wrecking Team.
Starting better than last game.
So not only needing a 6 to hit.
Yeah.
Because it's a hard target.
Yep.
So 6 to hit and did 3 wounds. I was real pleased.
That, as they say, is that.
Already much better than last game.
Yes.
Other than that, the other 2 pieces missed.
Okay.
So, bottom of 1, he's going to come up aggressively because those guys really don't have much to worry about. There's a spider over there, but over here he comes forward again. Great Green Idol comes up to support his guys. Wolf Rider's all the way out here in the flank. And there you have it. That's his army list. I mean, his movement. The unit in the center came forward a bit.
Yeah.
And the feral orcs came forward a bit.
Okay.
Not fully moving. I'm not quite sure what he was hesitating for, but I mean, I can know why he's hesitating with the cave goblins, but not quite sure where. Because actually, the way he placed the cave goblin unit up there in the center, all of his are in range of my forward unit, but not. And, I've got like the first 2 ranks in range.
Right. Okay.
So that way he has a shooting advantage unless I move. So anyway, so there you go. At the end of the turn,
So you've answered your question. He's going to try to maneuver and get the shooting
he's
advantage.
going to try to get a shooting advantage, but I'm in the woods, so. So he casts a Scorching Salvo with 4 dice, and of course miscasts, which drops, looks like 7 or 8 of his own guys.
Okay.
Which makes killing this unit, there you go, 8. Which makes killing this unit much easier.
Yeah.
In return, he kills 2 of my Boar Riders on this unit. Absolutely nothing to this one. A common Goblin.
Okay.
A Cave Orc. Cave Goblin. Nothing. And that was it. And then the attribute went on there and killed 2 more.
Yeah.
So. And then his shooting killed a few more.
Such a nasty spell.
What's that? Scorching Salvo?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm okay with it. I can understand why Elven players despise it. So, the other unit shot at me. I had a couple long range plinks with, I think, the front rank and killed 2 more of me.
Okay.
So back to my turn on turn 2. I declare a charge at his, let's see if you can see him over here. I declare a charge at his Wolf Riders. They fail their panic check and, Goblin Raiders.
Goblin Raiders. Yeah.
They fail a panic check and run off the board.
Okay.
I redirect into the Iron Orcs.
Why not?
Well, one thing is those are 10 strength, 7 attacks.
You go before they do.
Okay. Anyway, that's one reason not to do it. But I went towards them because I didn't think I was going to make it.
Yeah.
And then it's a way to keep me moving towards the second middle of the board. But of course, I rolled an 11.
Okay.
And because of that, I made it.
Okay.
There you go. Off to the right, you can see my boar boys have left the hill and kind of moved into the center of the board. The other guys are just hanging out there waiting for his stuff to get closer.
Yep.
The goblins are not doing a whole lot of movement. I think I moved up the one a bit.
Get in range.
There he goes, close to that attack. Magic dice, it's 12 to 7, so it's another good phase for me.
Yeah, it's a lot of dice.
Start with a fireball again and just blow out.
Just like some fire scarecrow.
2, 4, 6, like 8 of the guys. He's down to a single rank.
Ouch.
They do still have 2 fanatics in that unit, though. That was the only spell I got off good, though. The archers fire and destroyed the unit.
There's a guy out there. Just a character.
And that's his character left.
So no worried about.
What's that?
So no worries there. Okay.
No worries there. But he did panic and run. The Splatterer continues to show you why you take War Machines even when you had games like my last one.
Yes.
And in a single shot takes down the guy on the Wyvern.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is.
That was amazing.
Amazing.
Launch your fires and captures his mage who was fleeing madly through the field like you're not getting away from me. And pegged him, killed him. This is not a good game for him. Get off the cascading fire cloak on the spider just because it was something to cast.
Okay.
And give me D3 wounds.
On somebody.
I came in and I did 4, 5, 6, looks like 7 wounds. Wow. He did only 2 back to me because he's going last, of course. Right. Except for having my Thunderstomp. So I'm not sure how many that killed. But he rolls Snake Eyes and sticks around.
Okay.
Yeah. That's not good for me.
You slid or he slid?
I think he slid. Yes, he slid. It was my turn. Yeah. My turn, he slid.
Okay.
Or he made me reform first. Is what it was. No, I'm reformed first. I don't know. I did this wrong again. Another reform I did wrong. I should have gone to the right. Yeah. So I could force that rock monster thing into the fight. But for some reason I didn't want the rock monster fight into the fight. Anyway, so I think I messed that up and slid left.
Looks like you won't even I guess you'll run into them if you chase them.
Again, you can see out there in the middle of the field, I've recast the immolation again for the fireball effect.
Right.
Fireball effect, and in case these guys want to make that long charge, maybe it'll do a couple wounds to them.
I don't really want a spell. I just want the attribute.
Exactly. That immolation is not a good spell.
Yeah.
Moving on to his turn, the Great Green Idol decides to charge all the way back here into my spider, my Gargantula, the orange one.
Really? Okay.
Yep. Well, he can't wheel past the black orcs and still hit my spider.
Yeah.
And that's what I was looking at before, to tell you the truth. Now that I think about it. But what I didn't notice that when he charges, as long as he rolls like a 3, he's going to clear out that chariot with the general on it back there.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a better shot.
I forgot he was even back there.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Apparently I must have as well. Because I think I would have been much better off taking the charge from the idol thing than him. Because he's got, I believe, the Bluffer's Helm and Great Weapon or something. I don't know. He's got Jack's Pickaxe.
Okay.
Which is not good for a spider, if you recall.
No, it's good. I think, as I recall, it's a really bad
good
weapon unless you're fighting against monsters.
Yeah, exactly. This was another kind of. This was a bad decision on his part. Here.
I like the mushrooms on his bases. I may have to go back and do that.
Just kind of out of frustration, he decided to try to make a long charge from the spider into the flank of my boar boys.
Okay.
They're frenzied; they can't run.
Right.
But the problem is the same problem I had in the last game. And anyway, so these guys tried to charge as well. And the big rock monster fails.
Okay.
But moves forward enough to let the wagon through. So it charges into the spider fight.
Yep.
The feral orcs fail their charge and just kind of move forward a bit.
Oh, I see him there.
Yeah, here's the problem I was talking about. Same problem I had in the last game. He has to pivot to face me and then move forward. So now he's stuck behind the building for a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Anyway, it should be the closest path. You know what I mean? Anyway. As far as the charge, it would make it difficult to play, I think. Anyway, so this combat goes on. I finish off the 2 black orcs. He only does 2 wounds to me. He only hits me once with that pickaxe. His impacts did nothing. But he only got me once with the pickaxe. So I got very fortunate on this one, so I'm still alive.
And you got rid of the orcs, which is what you wanted.
But the black and the iron orcs are gone.
Yeah.
And now we move on to turn 3.
Looks like you slid over. No, he slid over.
He slid over.
Yes. Corner to corner. My favorite position for a figure.
My turn, the Nasher hero just moves off to the right, knowing this stuff's coming down this way.
Right.
Everything else out here is prepping. The boar boys in the center are able to move past, their charge arc.
Right.
Get here, so they're in the flank of this unit. They're outside of 8, so the chance of the mad gets hitting me is reduced.
Right.
He can still launch him out there if he wants. But
or get advance.
Not a really good shoot. Or he could move towards me, which is okay, because that puts him in bow fire of everything. Boar boys on the hill just kind of moved up fully on the hill in the bottom right, so they can see the feral orcs coming down. And that's what you have. Oh.
Put back the immolation?
Back to... no, I left it there this time.
Oh, I didn't see it in the previous picture.
Yeah.
So.
Fireballed... I think it was there, right? No, I guess I did. I lifted it and put it right back. And then just, again, for the attribute.
Yes.
In addition to a pyroclastic flow.
Dr. Attribute.
Yes. And then some shooting. And I brought that unit down to 5.
Okay.
Moving on to then replace this, or is it remains? That's what remains in play. I didn't bother recasting that. So moving on to combat, he butchered me.
It didn't help.
Didn't help him a bit. Then the D6 strength 4 is not going to hurt that guy. He's toughness 5.
Yep.
Hard to kill. So he killed my Gargantula on the left, and we're moving on back to his turn. So, again, a couple really long charges with both these. The chariot is coming at the gargantula in the woods, at the orange one down here in the bottom, and the great green idol is coming into the cave goblins.
Flank or front?
I think it was a front.
Okay.
The feral orcs have had enough. Actually, I think they failed their leadership and had to make this charge.
Okay.
I don't think he wanted to, and he went ahead and decided to make the charge me here instead of trying anything else. And makes, this was not a long charge, so he came down the hill and thunked me in the flank. The feral orcs failed, but rolled high enough to reach the immolation and lost 3 of their 5 guys. They're down to 2. Both his big units failed their charges, just came forward. And that's where they made it. Spider walked around the edge of the building, came back out here in the middle of the field where he can see pretty much everything.
Now I can get a charge off.
Now he can do whatever he wants from that spot. Cave goblins charging down the hill surprisingly chased my boar riders away.
You lost?
Yeah, he killed 2 of me. Hit me in the flank, killed 2, and chased me away. I was shocked. Back to turn 4. Now I'm checking his arc. And since I'm out of his arc and in his flank with this guy, I decided to try a long charge with my Gnasher into the flank of his
why not?
general. It's a lot of strength 6 attacks.
Some strength 6 action if you don't die.
Nice miscast on a bubble flaming swords.
Okay.
And dropped my mage.
Oh, he's not sleeping?
No, he didn't decide to take a nap. So that's good. Over on the right, the Boar Boys said, I've had this done to me enough. Cav charging the spider.
Yes.
I can't get Thunderstomp, so I got that going for me.
Yeah, you got a hill.
And got the hill and a charge bonus. Elsewhere, you can see my Gnasher guy made it in to his general.
Nice corner-to-corner action.
Yeah, I want to overrun into Great Green Idol.
Yeah.
Not quite corner to corner. See, look, there's a little bit of an overlap.
There's a slight overlap.
Actually, I put 2 wounds on the Great Green Idol with shooting.
Oh, okay.
Long distance shooting.
Bows or more
bows?
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
They need 6s. Over here, I charged into the spider.
Something seems to be missing.
He did 3 wounds to me. I forget how many wounds I did to him, 1 or 2. But with the charge and the downhill, I won the combat. And I don't have a banner.
Oh, you don't have a banner, okay.
But it's a lot of big strength attacks. But
yeah.
Anyway, with the charge downhill, everything else, I won the combat by at least 1. His stubborn 6 didn't hold, and I ran him down.
Okay.
So that's a huge pacing cost. I had launched 2 fanatics, Madgets, into towards this thing, and they both parked in front of him. He decided he's not worried. He was just going to walk over him with his toughness 8.
Okay.
Didn't work out well for him. It's 4d6, strength 5. I mean,
I guess he has tender feet.
Ow, 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 ow. They need 6s to wound him. But, I mean, he already had 2 wounds on him, and, I can roll 6s.
Yeah.
So, anyway, not last game, of course, but this one. So, anyway, he stepped forward, died. It was just terrible.
Terrible, just terrible.
Terrible. We caused enough wounds on the...
You had to leave them there because they were embedded into the...
They were just
into the
ground
ground.
down into the thing. We declared a charge onto the cave goblins, and they fled.
I'm sorry,
somebody over here declared a charge into the cave goblins. They fled. Or is this... No, because they're not pursuing anymore because they're not facing directly towards me. They fled from something. Not sure what that was. Anyway. But anyway, they fled. They started running. Because it doesn't look like... Oh, sorry. It was shooting.
Oh, okay.
We did a quarter of damage. They panicked and fled.
Okay.
I knew they fled from something. I couldn't remember what it was. So I charged in, and it looks like I did 2 wounds to him. There's another blue one back here.
Yeah.
He did nothing back to me. Because, surprise, I got the Pan of Protection pension. So I've got the 1-up, 4-up save.
There you go.
As well as him.
That's a great item.
It's a fantastic item. Moving on to turn... And he did make his check and turn to face me. Moving on to turn 5. My cave goblins decided to try to charge. They failed. I'm in a challenge with him over here, so he can't beat up on my cave goblins.
He ran off the table?
The big unit of night goblins
yeah.
ran off. Cave goblins ran off the table here in the center. Again, I tried to charge here and failed because I'm bringing 3 ranks.
Sure.
And he can't hit me because he's in a challenge.
Right.
So there's no benefit to it. Oops, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And on the bottom of turn 5, this Gnasher put the final 2 wounds on him and killed him. And that was his last piece in the game.
Yeah.
Because we had shot down the 2 guys over here in the field. The 2 feral orcs got shot down earlier. Yeah, this was
curb stomping.
This was a terrible loss for him.
Yeah, curb stomping, I believe is the word.
It was the definition of curb stomping, yes.
Yeah. War Machines came to play. They saved up all the rolls from the previous game.
Apparently, saving up all those rolls from the previous game is a good idea. So if I have every other bad game with the War Machines,
as long as the next game is a great game,
they really came through. I mean, that single shot dropping the Wyvern. I mean, I think I could have killed the Wyvern before it got to me anyway.
Yeah.
But the single shot on the wrecking team. And the single shot on the Wyvern was just incredible.
No, it's the most wonderful thing with a War Machine when you single shot something.
Yeah. So, anyway, we didn't. I mean, it's a 20-0 victory.
Yeah.
Clearly, there's no way around it. Because, like I said, he's got nothing left, and I've lost not a lot. I lost a big spider.
And you have the objective points.
And both objectives.
Which will make sure. Otherwise, it may not have been.
And this is only turn 5 as well. So. Yeah. I mean, this is there's my other unit both my unit of boar riders are even alive. That's right. Never happened in a game for me before.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I've had this much of my army intact at the end of the game. And I did lose my mage because I killed him. But other than that, my characters are all there. So anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.